So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding, and I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront, and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. Here we go again. It's another day. Yay! I mean that, because if you wake up someday and you don't have another day, we've got a whole different problem, don't we? That's a good day. And today we're going to try to tackle balance. It is the Daily Boost. It's day number 2 of my wife being out of town for 8 days and leaving me on my own, and I'm already in trouble. She makes these really good waffles. They're like really thick and they're really good. She eats like a waffle every day for breakfast. Well, guess what? I never eat them because she looks at me badly when I eat them, but I just ate them all. I had them for breakfast, and she'll eat one. There were 4. I ate all 4. I'm a big dude. I needed some waffles, so I'm already in trouble. Next goal, figure out how to make these homemade waffles before she gets home and replace them, so it's not going to happen. I'm just going to admit to it. Good to have you. My name is Scott Smith. Thanks for stopping by today. Philosophical week going on these days. Got some thoughts today on balance, and I'm going to dive into this one. You're not going to like me, or maybe you will. Maybe I'll explain to you something that I go through all the time, and finally, after many, many years, I kind of gave up on balance. And I'll tell you why today, okay? In the meantime, I send out a note twice a week, Notes from Scott. You can get it at notesfromscott.com. Short, simple, takes about 200 words, and you can read it pretty quickly. And it may talk about the podcast that day. It may be something completely different. Depends on where my mind is that day. Subscribe, try it. If you don't like it, you can unsubscribe. We get a couple of people every week who go away, but they come back. It just happens. So I know you take a break, right? Notesfromscott.com. So let's talk about this balance thing. So balance is interesting. You ever take your car down to get the tires balanced and rotated, right? Balance and rotation, that's what you do. You ever watch how they do it? Kind of interesting play. And balance is something that it's kind of pseudo-psychological science. People seem to think they can balance everything. And some of y'all are trying to balance your life so much, you're just going crazy. I hear people all the time say, my goal is to balance my life better. And if I'm 100% honest with you, there was a time when that was my goal. And if I'm even more honest with you, there are times even today, I say, I got to get some balance here. As if balancing is a static state. It's something that you can achieve and we can achieve and maintain. I mean, yes, we can achieve balance for sure. Have you ever stood on top of a Bosu ball? If you don't go to the gym, you don't know what that is. It's a thing you stand on. It's like a rubber ball you stand on top of. You ever try to do that? You got to be really strong to do it. And most people cannot maintain balance very long. Heck, most people can't lift up one leg and maintain balance on the other leg. Balance is something you can't maintain. So I've already kind of made my point. It's static. It moves all the time. It's dynamic. It's fleeting. It changes constantly. It's always challenging. That's how it is. So if you're spending your days trying to balance your life, you're not going to win that game. That's a battle you probably just shouldn't even fight. It feels good to reach balance for sure. But what about all the fun you have getting there? It's funny. I just had a flash in my head right now. I remember years and years ago, I was at a playground in Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania. My grandma lived there, right on the river, the Susquehanna River, I should say. And my brother and I were on a teeter-totter, a seesaw. And he said, let's see if we can balance it so it doesn't go up and down. He was bigger than I, so you scoot forward, scoot back a little bit to get the axis, I guess, change a little bit. Well, the axis stays the same. We changed the weight balance. And what did he do? For just a moment, we had balance. It's woohoo, flying our legs in the air. And then, yeah, you know what he did. He jumped off and made me crash to the bottom is what he did, right? Balance, it's a myth. I learned a bunch about balance when I was in radio. See, when you're in radio, and I started in radio when I was 18. That's how I started. That was my vision of my life, and I did that for a very long time. I still do a version of it, obviously. I'm not that far from that right now. My goal when I played music was to balance the music so that everyone could hear what they wanted to hear. Some older music, all the stuff we love to remember. I had to balance, some newer music. Some in-between music, some recurrent music, they call it. We had lunar rotation, which means way out there, songs you play every so often. You got to balance male and female, bands and duos, and any other kind of musician they toss it as. And there's a bunch of them. It's crazy, right? On the radio, if you didn't get everything balanced, then it sounded bad. I mean, believe it or not, two bands back to back don't always sound that great. Sometimes you want band, then a solo singer, and then sometimes you want female, sometimes you want male. But when you get it right, it's a beautiful thing. But it can change so fast. We have a name for that. When you played two and you got out of balance, we called it a train wreck. And everybody heard what had happened. It's just one of those things. You thought, that's not good. That didn't sound good. Even in radio, it's always changing. Life is full of balance. So I'm one of these guys who, just like you, seek balance. My entire life, I've been told to seek balance. Way before the internet, way before podcasts, when we used to run around looking for cassette tapes of people to tell us how to get our lives together. Nowadays, everybody does that. We were trying to learn things like that. And everybody believes the myth of balance. But I believe in getting to know who you are. And I know who I am. And I told you yesterday, I'm kind of in a philosophical state of mind here for the past week or so, just really doing some deep thinking, some deep realignments in many ways. And I have reaffirmed what I've known for a very long time. Balance doesn't work. There's no need to try. I have learned in my own personal life that imbalance is actually better.
You have one new message. Translating. Disney and Pixar's Hoppers is now available on Disney+.
You could say that again.
Critics are calling it Pixar's funniest movie ever and a wildly entertaining ride. Blizzard Potato. It's certified fresh and verified hot.
Now we party.
This is incredible!
Wow, I am clearing the rest of the day.
Disney and Pixar's Hoppers, now available on Disney+. Rated PG.
Scott, you work too hard. Maybe this week. Scott, you don't work hard enough. Maybe next week. Who knows? I have learned that. It's not a balance. It's just, I'm here doing this, then I'm there doing that. I'm here thinking about this, but then I'm thinking about that. I'm talking to this kind of person, and then I'm talking to that kind of person. I'm not balancing out. So, well, let me talk to a woman. Hang on, let me go talk to a man. Hang on, let me talk to a woman. Let me talk to a man. No, I don't do that. Let me work on this project, and let me do that project. No, I don't do that. I have just learned my particular personality, and maybe you're like me. Observer kind of personality, happy on the inside, happy on the outside. Balance doesn't make me really happy. Imbalance doesn't make me really happy. Balance makes me happy. Imbalance makes me happy. It is going back and forth between the two, not necessarily in any particular order or any weighting, that makes me happy. It took me a long time to come to that. Because everybody else is around me. Scott, you need to get balanced out. You worked 12 hours today. What'd you do that for? You should go to the gym and stop and have a good meal and play with the dogs and balance your day out. No. Why? Because I had an idea. I had something I was into. I was immersed in what I was doing. I didn't want any balance. I was totally balanced right where I needed to be. When I'm done, I'm done. Then I play with the dogs. And some days I do have the days when I can work a little and play a little and all that kind of stuff. People say, Scott, you should balance your work days and your weekends. I don't care what day it is. Are you like that? Have you ever thought about it like that? Or are you still stuck on the fact that you need to get things balanced out and you're so freaking frustrated you can't do it? I got news for you. If you try to balance yourself out, there's about 8 billion people on this planet that are going to try to jump off that teeter-totter and have your butt hit the ground. It is going to happen. So let me rewind back through this and tell you that I think you're naturally going to want to go for some balance. And the reason you're going to want to do that is because, well, it's kind of how the body is, right? Things are kind of balanced, kind of want it to work out. When you're in balance, you, for just at least for a moment of time, you feel like all is well. Things are going good for you. It's perfect. And when you're out of balance, it feels like things are crazy. Well, you can keep living like that if you want to, but do yourself a favor, at least understand that you are going to be out of balance from time to time and just seek the balance again. Or you be like me and just understand the kind of person that I am, I don't really require it. Although sometimes motivational people or personal development people or some guru or some framework or some course someplace will convince me, if only for a couple of minutes or a couple of days or a couple of weeks, that I should once again try to do the impossible and be balanced. Because they said so, even though I watch how they live their life and it is in no way balanced. Have I made my point? So what are we going to do today? Well, I say smile and be joyful. I say smile and take on whatever challenge happens. I say when an obstacle comes your way and oh, here we go. I had the perfect day off planned. Now I'm out of balance. Not that you say those words. Just embrace it. Just take it on as an opportunity. Just embrace it and say, okay, here we go. Yin and yang. It's swing and swung. Swing and swung. I'll never say that again. I'm sorry. So yeah, anyway. Balance is a myth. Release yourself of the burden of trying to maintain balance. Get it when you can. Expect it to leave because that's what it does. Get back to it when you can. Or be like me. Who cares? Just do what you do and then do what you do there and then do what you do again. It'll be what it's going to be. All right, have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow right here on another Daily Boost.